Good morning. Welcome to another edition of African Americans and Africans, the thing show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so-called African American didn't find their ways to America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, Indigenous One. This morning, I want to share an email with the young man that I got, and just to show how to do it. You'll learn a lot about your family doing it this method. A lot of times when we're doing genealogy, of course, you're looking for your relatives, but you also want to pick up where are they from? Where are they from? Where did they live? What was the minerals around? Where did they live? What did they grow? Did they live by a river? Did they live by a lake? Did they live in the mountains? Did they live in the swamps? What was their conditions? Because that helps shape you too. Can't say that you're from this or you're from that because you don't know who that is. You want to know who you are, not what somebody else say you are. And if we say we're from the five civilized tribes, who were they? Why did they call those people civilized? Could it be that they opted to be on other people's side, sold out? Could it be that? So you don't want to go by that. You want to find out who you are. Focus on you, not what everybody else says, what you say. And you want to find where your folks are from to tell you a lot about yourself. Lots of what you can do physically. Who are you? So in order to do that, like, he just wanted to know. Sebastian wanted to know, how do you do that? So I'm about to show you right now. Very simple. This is how you do that. Get a map. So whatever, you want to pinpoint it down to take a state. And this morning we're just going to take Alabama. That's the state that my people are from. Uh, let me get a map. Check this out. Check this out. And when you do it like this, you're gonna be like, damn. Get any map you can find. Go back the farthest you can, because remember, you're tracing your ancestor, and the farther it go back, the land changes. So where they lived, that's who you are. What was that name called? Now this is before 2020. This is when it was kind of wide open. And you can go back to those places today, and people's what they did is right there in the place. So this is a map of Alabama. It's just a small map just to show Sebastian an example. So you notice all the names on the map, but you'll notice names like Atauga, Tuscaloosa, Choctaw Land. It's all kind of names. Those are your folks. And if you get more detail into the map, it'll give you the exact name. So this is just the name that's showing a few of the places. But as you get more detailed, it'll start to focus more on the land. And this is where you find where your people are. So if you say your people are from Alabama, yeah, but where? Who? Where they live? Where they live? Then this is why it's always cool to have a map with you when you're doing your genealogy. So let's just take uh, Atauga. Who were the Otaga people? Were your parents from around that region? And when I say grandparents, great grandfather, great grandfather, father, it's all the same. It's your bloodline. So, I'll just say grandfather. It's all the same. You're going to be a grandfather one day, blah, 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 blah. We're just replacing the souls that were here. That's all we're doing. So, Otaga, who are the Otaga people? What they call themselves. See, a lot of these names are in other people's writings. It's not how the people probably said it. They probably said something else. The name was probably something that people making this map couldn't pronounce those names. That happens a lot. The spelling gets twisted. So, when you're doing this genealogy and when you're backtracking yourself, have all this stuff in mind because a lot of these people, they probably weren't friends with the Cherokee. They probably wasn't cool with the Choctaw. They were probably doing their own thing. So, Sebastian, that's how it's done. Go back, where your people are from, pinpoint the area, and like I said, you can get a more detailed map of this. Yeah, and when you drive by these towns, they'll have little signs up because your people wasn't no punks. They did stuff. They were about something. That's why everybody came over and tried to rob them. These are your folks. Now, if you're listening to this and you're a foreigner, you're from somewhere else, I'm sure your folks did that back where you're from. But this is for Sebastian. He's trying to pinpoint some things in his family lineage, and I hope this helped. All right, Sebastian, take care. And to everybody else, take care. You guys have a good day. Peace.